Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Welcome to Unity of Bon Air on a beautiful morning. Got a little song for you from Eddie Watkins Jr. This song has audience participation, so please sing along with Zeta. Yeah. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, I love you and God loves you too. Now feel the love in this sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the good in you. Now feel the love in this sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. 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 In the name of love. We come together. 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 In the name of love. From every walk of life, every creed and color, in kinship we unite to honor the God in each other. Take a look at the person next to you. Hey. Say, I love you, God loves you too. Just feel the love in this sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. 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 In the name of love. We come together. 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 In the name of love. Yes, we do. And we're so glad to be here together today. Let's all stand and we'll affirm what we know to be true. God is good and all is well. What a wonderful morning, beyond compare. I feel God's loving presence everywhere. I am filled with joy profound. In a world where many miracles abound. In the garden of my soul, and happy, healed, and whole, I know that God is good and all is well. In the garden of my soul, I am happy, healed, and whole. I know that God is good and all is well. Please be seated.
Thank you. Well, we're off to a great start. And good morning, Unity. Good morning. Welcome. These are the determined ones that will not let a big, huge tree keep us away from our church. So welcome to Unity of Bon Air, where we live and express unconditional love and grow together in peace and prosperity. My name is Reverend Patty, and it is my joy to serve as the senior minister, and every single one of us online, in the sanctuary, our ministers here, we are intentionally co-creating a place of love and harmony. Whether this is your first time or 100th time, either in person or online, we're so grateful for your presence and your participation. We've come as part of love's divine purpose that calls each of us forth to celebrate the connection we all have with the divine mind through the holy presence within us and all around us that we call God. And in this spirit of community, we unfold in light and love all spiritual and religious gatherings and all people everywhere. Now, if there's anyone that's here for the first time in the room, please raise your hand. Oh, goody. Oh, goody. You will receive a welcome packet. On the outside is a name tag. We invite you to write your name on that and wear it so as we gather with you in fellowship, people can greet you by your first name. And if you are online, we invite you to go to unitybonnier.org and see all the events that are happening. You can go to the calendar on our webpage and see what you would like to come and participate in. So let's see. It's time for our joke. So I have a joke about Dracula. So Dracula wanted to find out who was his best bat. So he created a competition to see who could get into the most blood, right? So he sends bat number 1 out, and bat number 1's gone like an hour, and he comes back, there's blood on his face and his mouth, and he says, okay, so how did it go? And he goes, great, you see that tower over there? And the bat goes, the bat says, you see that tower over there? And Dracula goes, yes. And he said, well, there's a house right next to it, and I went and sucked the blood of all the people in there. And he says, okay, good job. And he sends out bat number 2. He comes back, he's back in 10 minutes, and he's messy, and Dracula goes, wow, 10 minutes, how did it go? And he said, great, you see that tower over there? There's a hotel behind it, and I feasted on all the folks in that hotel. And Dracula goes, So then bat number 3 goes out, and in 1 minute, he's back. He is covered in blood, and Dracula goes, wow, how did it go? And he says, well, you see that tower over there? And he says, yeah. And he goes, well, unfortunately, I didn't. Oh, dear. So let's take a breath as we go into our prayer time. We just let our shoulders drop. And one more deep breath. Just we let our mind become still and move down into our heart space, sensing the stillness, the peace, the presence of love. And in this stillness, we create the space within our sanctuary of unconditional love, of welcoming every part of ourselves that needs to hear the divine whisper this day, that is ready to be led and guided, that is eager to say, yes, the truth of my being is love. And into this space, we bring grateful hearts. We think of our beautiful planet, how it nurtures us just by its beauty, but it nurtures us by providing food, air, water, all these things that sustain us. So we bless Mother Earth. We go on and think of our country. Think of the many folks living here, and not only United States, but around the world. All of humanity. We think of all of our leaders. And these folks have challenging jobs, and we know the way to get through the difficult parts is for them to be in touch with the depths of the Christ within themselves. So we see them dipping down into this love and then reaching back out into whatever area of the world in which they are living with kindness, with understanding, with a sense that we are all brothers and sisters, creating a world that works for all. When we think of all those around the world who are in stress and anxiety, who are in the midst, whether it's war, drought, a lack of food, anything going on that is destroying these people's peace of mind, we just send love to them. We continue to see the day when all arms are laid down and we live together as one. We think of our children, of these precious ones with light and innocence and joy in their eyes and in their faces, full of curiosity, full of delight. And we imagine them growing up, thriving in a world that embraces the truth of who they are and lets their gifts multiply and serve our world as they grow up. We include now all those whose names are in our prayer box and anyone in our lives who's facing a particular challenge. We can say that name either silently or out loud. And we declare the truth for these ones we love, that the power of God is the truth of their being, that there is nothing in any external circumstance that is bigger than the power that dwells within their very being. And we imagine every need being met, every anxiety calmed, them knowing in the depths of their being that they are not going through this alone, but that love walks with them every step of the way. And we bless them, and we are grateful for this power in each of our lives. And finally, we think of our own lives, the blessings that just continuously flow into our lives. And we let a couple of them run across our mind. And as we do that, we allow our vibration just to rise up with gratitude and appreciation. And as we end this time, we all say together, I am grateful 3 times. Please join with me. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. We have our statement of truth. Let us affirm this together. There is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life. God, the omnipotent good. And now Julie is here, and I've asked her if she would give us a heart share today. So let's give her a warm welcome.
Morning, Unity. I'm Julie Thacker. My lovely daughter Zoe and I have been attending UCBA for a little over 4 years. I volunteer as an usher and greeter, as you saw this morning, assist on a few Love in Action teams, and I'm co-chair of the newly formed Unity Mosaic team, which is supporting diversity and inclusion efforts. I was grateful that Reverend Patty asked me to jump in today with today's Heart Share because I have benefited from this church in so many ways. But this morning, I'm going to focus on my experience with inclusion. So who here has ever felt a desire for connection, belonging, or to be known and understood? Anyone? Yeah. These are fundamental human needs: connection, community, relationship, belonging. And who here has ever felt the pain of exclusion, feeling like they don't belong? Right. It's also a pretty universal experience. In fact, neuroscientists have found that the pain of social exclusion registers in the brain just as strongly and acutely as physical pain. In my 20s and 30s, I attended a number of Unitarian and a couple of Unity churches in Tennessee. I had a secular upbringing, and for many years I thought from the outside that Unity seemed too religious. It's funny for the people coming from the other side of that. You need me to speak up? They're waving at me. Okay. Thank you. I was pretty skeptical of any church associated with Christianity. Growing up, I always felt like an outsider, a little too nerdy, a little too weird for the mainstream. I knew I was different, but didn't know I was neurodivergent until my 30s. Moving from Detroit to a small town in Tennessee in the 90s and befriending other people considered misfits for how they looked or who they loved had led me to believe that Christianity was only a tool for spreading hatred and persecution of others. But I was spiritually seeking, and especially after becoming a mother to Zoe, I wanted to find a spiritual community for us. I didn't have a lot of luck in Tennessee. Of the churches we attended, a few seemed indifferent to our presence, and a couple felt downright unwelcoming. When we moved to Chesterfield, I made a list of churches for us to try. Our first stop, sometime early in 2022, was Unity of Bon Air. When we arrived, the corridors were actively humming, and I soon learned why, when I encountered a bouncing and smiling Susan Green for the first time. She approached us warmly and recognized that we must be visitors. I introduced myself and Zoe, and she shared that you all were having a special service that day to honor Reverend Joyce and explained a bit about it. We were welcome to stay, she said, but the service wasn't a usual one, and if we wanted to come back another day, that would be okay too. I want to note a couple of things about this interaction that are significant to me. So, based on my past experiences, the same thing said with a different intonation and lacking Susan's easy warmth could have easily led me to believe that this was yet another insular church community and that I was being politely ushered out. Instead, I understood that this was an intimate service for the members of this church honoring their beloved former pastor, and decided that Zoe and I would leave and visit another day. It was on our second visit to this church that we met Susan's counterpart, Howard. Howard, like Susan, was warm, engaging, and welcoming. He asked us questions, took a genuine interest, and helped us navigate the service. I remember hearing Reverend Patty's sermon and feeling my brain and heart light up. I was completely engaged. And as a music lover, this amazingly talented music team put it over the top for me. And the Greens didn't just see us in the door either. They kept checking in and sharing more opportunities for us to get involved. When they invited me to join their spirit group in 2024, I did, and I'm grateful to have bonded with a wonderful group of people. It was then that I realized that I didn't just feel welcomed, but I also felt as though I belong here. Since I joined Unity, I experienced one of the most difficult periods in my life. So much loss and change. It has felt as though my life has been turned upside down. My time here has helped me grow and develop spiritually in so many ways, and while I've experienced other long winters in my life, this is the first one that felt bearable, where I was hopeful that I would come out the other side better and stronger than I was before. I have felt the pain of exclusion many times in my life, but not here. And that's why when Amy Fulcher Davis, our board president, reached out to me and asked me to join the team committed to ensuring that everyone who walks through these doors looking to be a part of this church experiences inclusion and belonging, I enthusiastically agreed. And that's another thing I love about this church, recognizing that inclusion hasn't been a universal experience for everyone who has walked through these doors and actively working to change that. I hope that we all work together and find opportunities to be like the Greens and the many others here who are like them, who bring people in, make an effort to connect directly with new people, and help them find their sense of belonging here. Thank you for the opportunity to share.
Time for us to sing together now. We're going to teach you a new song today. It's called Swing Wide the Gates. Yeah. Here we go. Swing wide the gates of heavenly grace. Swing wide the gates, swing wide the gates. Swing wide the gates of heavenly grace. Swing wide the gates. Open the door. Open the door to the good that's in store. Open the door. Open the door. Open the door to the good that's in store. Open the door. I take it up here. Swing wide the gates. Swing wide the gates. I'm coming through. Swing wide the gates. Swing wide the gates. I'm coming through. All right. Put wings on my feet. Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. Put wings on my feet and I'll dance down the street. Put wings on my feet. Wings on my feet. Oh yeah. Put wings on my feet and I'll dance down the street. Put wings on my feet. Unlock my mind. Unlock my mind. With truth I align. Unlock my mind. Unlock my mind. Unlock my mind. With truth I align. Unlock my mind. Here we go. Swing wide the gates. Swing wide the gates. I'm coming through. I'm coming through. Swing wide the gates. Swing wide the gates. I'm coming through. I'm coming through. Last time with feeling. I'm coming through. Yeah.
Well, we should just keep on singing. Good morning, beloveds, here and live stream. My name is Amy Fulcher Davis, and I am very joy-filled to be your service leader today. My most favorite job, I will always say, is to be at the front door to greet you when you come in. I am very happy and humbled to be your board president. And I am very happy to say we have a very strong board, continuing tradition, and there is a lot of information that will be coming forward. But I have other things to talk about today. Transformational opportunities for July 19th, 2026. But I want to keep us singing, because the first opportunity I would like to introduce by singing. Who remembers the wheels on the bus? Let's sing together. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. Oh, yes. And that is our very first. You know, the wheels on the bus carry children, and the children are going to be carrying those backpacks that we are going to fill. 55 of them. Or more. We don't have to be just 55. They could be more than that. And I would like Susan Cullen, our cheerleader and director of this whole thing, to stand up. If you would like to... Oh, yeah. Board president. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Anyway, you all are amazing, and you're sharing your amazing grace. We have almost reached our goal, and I can't tell you how excited I am. 55 or more pediatric patients of crossover will just be thrilled, as I am. Oh. Remember that they come from all over the area, from Chesterfield, from Henrico, from Richmond, some even from Goochland. So you are really spreading your blessings, and I thank you so much. On the board, I've tried to cross out the things that we have, and we still need some full-size clear backpacks. We need scissors that aren't too sharp, safety scissors. We need some pencil cases, and the other thing are the markers you can use on the whiteboards. So thank you for your generosity. I'm just thrilled. Thank you.
Also, if you are not purchasing yourself, you can always go online or scan if you want to make a cash donation, because Susan loves to shop. So, thank you very much. Next Saturday at 6 p.m., right here in the sanctuary, Andy Gauna and her Rock the Mantra band will be having a concert to soothe the soul. Is Andy here this morning? She may be still trying to get around that tree. All are invited. There's a flyer on the table out in the hallway. Grab a flyer and spread the joy. Bring somebody with you next Saturday at 6 p.m. Next Sunday for service and also in the afternoon, our Reverend Lisa Marks will be conducting a workshop on ancestral healing. And I'd like to invite her up here this morning to speak about that.
Good morning, everybody. I feel like I'm on a little bit of a tour. I've done this now twice. Yesterday I did it in Fredericksburg. And then I have the joy of doing it here at my own church next Sunday. So, listen to this. The Native Americans say that our male ancestors stand behind us on our right, and our female ancestors stand behind us on our left. And they're looking at you and they're saying, oh, maybe this will be the one who breaks the harmful family patterns. Do you see yourself as that person? Yes. Then you need to come next Sunday. I've been studying this for 3 years now, and I've got exciting things to share. I will tell you that I come from a very small family, and I feel now so connected to people in my lineage that I've never known, that I don't still know, but that I know are there, and that are helping and leading and guiding as I'm doing what I need to do here for them. During this workshop, you are going to learn who your wise and well ancestors are. You're going to take a trip into the ancestral hall. And there's a very special thing that we're going to do that is secret. So you have to come to experience it, but it's really special, right?
Right.
Right. So, if you've already come to the workshop, why should you come again? Well, to go deeper with your wise and well ancestors, to take another trip into the ancestral halls, and I've already added another component to this workshop that is really cool. So, if you have any questions about it, come and ask me. There are flyers. Take a flyer. There's a sign-up sheet out there, and I'm looking forward to next Sunday. So I will see you then. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Lisa. I've attended the workshop, and I will say very briefly that it is a very loving experience, a loving connection. On August, the next transformational opportunity, on August the 2nd, our own Claudia Carawan is going to conduct a public speaking workshop. And I spoke with her very briefly this morning about it, and I think it's going to bring to us many, for those of you that would be interested in learning more about public speaking, being comfortable about public speaking, and learning some techniques. Using a microphone, getting up before any audience or congregation or any place, on your soapbox or anything. It's going to be August the 2nd. There is a flyer out there. More information is to come. And it's 15 people, and first come, first serve. So she's excited about it, and I think it will be very informational. August the 8th, here in our sanctuary, this is a reminder that we will be celebrating the life and the love of Rusty Rothrock. So at 2 o'clock, all are welcome, all are invited to come and spend time with each other, with his family, to share memories, to share experiences. There will be a reception afterwards. I'm sure there will be a lot of laughter and a lot of crying, so put that on your calendar. There are some updates on our membership directory. They're outside on the table, lots of stuff on the table. So please grab one. If they're out, then I think Marcy has some in the bookstore. As always, keep up with what's going on at UCBA on our website. We also have printed calendars of events. And just to remind you that the electronic newsletter is still on hiatus until July 30th. You can also follow us on Facebook. And now for the daily words, which are so just words that we soak in today and carry the vibration with us. World peace. The peace of my soul brings peace to the world. The Bible's sacred pairings, lions and lambs, swords and plowshares, reveal that peace becomes possible when I and others hold life's polarities in harmony. These verses remind me that wholeness arises not from opposition, but from integration. Within all people, strength and tenderness boundaries, and compassion, courage, and vulnerability arise from the same divine source. Lion and lamb are not rivals. They are facets of one creation. Sword and plow are not contradictions. They are different tools for transformation. Peace begins when we see that opposites, both within and around us, can be allies rather than adversaries. As this realization takes root, any impulse to defend or harden begins to fade. I'm going to read that again. As this realization takes root, any impulse to defend or harden begins to fade. The scripture this morning is Isaiah chapter 2, verse 4. They shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation. I'm going to say the affirmation once and then invite you to say it 3 times together. The peace of my soul brings peace to the world. Together, the peace of my soul brings peace to the world. The peace of my soul brings peace to the world. The peace of my soul brings peace to the world.
Thank you, Amy. And today our guest vocalist is Zita Corral, who needs really no introduction.
Fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. Every single line that tells me I will never measure up. Am I more than just the sum of every high and every low? Remind me once again just who I am. I need to know. You say I am love when I can't feel a thing. And you say I am strong when I think I am weak. You say I am held when I am falling short. And when I don't belong, oh, you say I am yours. And I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. I believe the only thing that matters now is everything you think of me. In you I find my worth, in you I find my identity. You say I am love when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. You say I am held when I am falling short. And when I don't belong, oh, you say I am yours. And I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. I believe. have, and now I'm laying it at your feet. You have every failure, God. You have every victory. Oh, oh, oh. You say I love when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. You say I am held when I am falling short. And when I don't belong, oh, you say I am yours. And I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. I believe.
Welcome back, Zita. Thank you for sharing with us. Okay, so what I'm talking about has to do with world peace, because each of us, what's going on within us is what's going on within the world, right? So I want to share with you, I found this, what's his name? Sir Ken Robinson, a British man who now lives in the States. He comes up on my Facebook feed somewhat regularly, and he always has the most interesting things. So the other day, he was talking, he now lives in California, not too far from Death Valley, and he was saying in 2004, in the winter, it's called Death Valley because nothing grows there. It doesn't rain typically, and so it's just, you know, a very desolate place. But he said in 2004, in the winter, in one day, it rained 7 inches in a short amount of time. And so in 2005, in the spring, you know what happened? The entire floor of Death Valley was covered with flowers for a short period of time. So he said, it's not really dead. It was dormant, right? And the rains brought the flowers up into being. Well, that has something to do with us. In an organic system, life is inevitable. It happens all the time. Jesus knew this. Jesus lived this. And it's true of our hearts. There is always divine love ready to pour out into a situation, into our thought processes, into our very lives. I find this extremely encouraging, don't you? Don't you? Sometimes I get some really wimpy answers here. Okay. So today I'm talking about what's inside. What is inside you? Jesus talked about this all the time. He called it the kingdom of God. We call it source, life, possibility, love, and maybe we could call it seeds of greatness waiting to spring forth. And I'm also including today a little bit about the power of understanding. That's our power for the month. Charles Fillmore wrote, Thomas represents the understanding power of a human. He's called the doubter because he wants to know about everything. And in this sense, understanding becomes a spiritual practice, moving us beyond assumption, helping us recognize the humanity and divinity in one another, and guiding us to respond with greater clarity, humility, and care. So Jesus' teachings focused on spiritual development and consciousness instead of rigidly adhering only to traditional ceremonies or practices. And all of us had a little bit of this experience because we had to drive through the orange, what do you call those things? Cones, the orange cones this morning, and you either felt like, yes, I got to break the law, or, oh no, I'm breaking the law, right? So we have part of us that's tuned into whether we're rigidly adhering or not, and Jesus said, give it up. He demonstrated personally experiencing and understanding the power of God within, not blindly following what someone else says is important. He sought to lead people into their sense of oneness with what he called the Father. He had to begin at the external person, because people then as now were mostly living in external things. So he taught, love your enemies, do good to others, and so forth. These were external steps for them to take, but as we take them, it moves us into our heart space, external actions that point to internal attitudes. Spiritual understanding arises as a revelation of truth to the consciousness. It comes when it comes. Our part comes as a willingness and openness to see a new way, or to see more deeply beyond the physical. We've been so acculturated to say, well, that's real and that's true because I can see it. But our truth teachings say the thing that is real and true is so deeply many of the things we can't see. Until down in the depths of your being, you are conscious of your oneness with the Father, love, life, whatever term you use, until you know within yourself that the spring or seeds of all wisdom and health and joy is within your own being, ready at any moment to leap forth at the call of your need, you will not have spiritual understanding. He told them how they might find the kingdom of heaven within themselves, the kingdom of love, of power, of life. So now I'm going to start quoting some from the Sermon on the Mount, which is in Matthew 5 and 6. So I'm using wisdom out of this book by Emmett Fox called The Sermon on the Mount. So starting with Matthew 5:17, think not that I have come to abolish the law and the prophets. I have come not to abolish them, but to fulfill them. The law Jesus refers to is the Old Testament religious standard. It's the law revealed by Moses and consists of basic cause and effect. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Jesus talks of fulfilling that law. So what does that mean? How does one fulfill the law? It's by transcending it. To transcend that which was is the right way to fulfill the purpose for that which was. Mechanical cause and effect have served their initial purpose, which was to ensure survival and show the difference between good and evil, right and wrong. But the teachings of Jesus touch a higher level of law, a level which includes that marvelous thing, grace, or things, grace and love. A perspective that is entered from Christ's consciousness, not egoic thinking. So a conscious interchange of attitude is the most powerful instrument for good in the problems of human relations. Nothing is more sure and more effective. Yet for many persons, it's the most difficult of all things to do. If one will change any inner attitude that's based on antagonism or resentment, a process will be set up in consciousness which will bring forth the possibilities of miracles. It will help us as metaphysical students if we remember that we have an innate feeling for rightness. This is part of the power of understanding. When that feeling is frustrated, we feel disturbed, distressed, right? How you felt when you came upon the cones. And when it is gratified, we are at peace and joyous and satisfied. We have many notions about the way life should be, which we cannot justify by experience, but we feel just the same, that life should be orderly, beautiful, richly content, that the godlike nature of us peers through that veil from time to time and demands full expression. That feeling for rightness is always with us, and it is our urge toward understanding or getting the details of our living into proper relationships. And that's really the understanding of the word righteousness. Now, I hate it. I used to hate that word. Oh my gosh. Because it was always tied up to like this moral superiority kind of thing. But in this context, righteousness is having things in right order in a way that serves our growing in consciousness, our being the love that we are. If we listen within, we sense a deep desire for getting ourselves right into a heavenly state of mind and body. And once we begin to seriously consider this power of understanding, we shall discover that it pushes us into regulating our relations, into getting ourselves into right professions, right relationships, and getting along happily with our connections, with the people in our lives. So now we're going to listen to Matthew 5:21 through 24. You have heard that it was said to people long ago, "You shall not murder, and anyone who murders will be subject to judgment." But I tell you that anyone who is angry with a brother or sister will be subject to judgment. Again, anyone who says to a brother or sister, "Raka," is answerable to the court. And anyone who says, "You fool," will be in danger of the fire of hell. Well, let's finish this a little bit. Therefore, if you are offering your gift at the altar and there remember that your brother or sister has something against you, leave your gift there in front of the altar. First go and be reconciled to them. Then come and offer your gift. Okay, so it sounds like Jesus is talking about a lot of outward stuff, but he's really talking about the inward stuff in this. He's saying the stuff that Unity teaches regularly, that thoughts are creative acts. He shifts the law from physical behavior to consciousness. Murder and judgment are symbols for destructive thoughts. I mean, we walk around with these thoughts that are completely disempowering. Fox teaches that all destructive emotions, such as anger, resentment, condemnation, and jealousy, are essentially mental murder. Because thoughts are the literal building blocks of our experience, harboring ill will toward oneself or another poisons our own consciousness and blocks our spiritual connection. The judgment referred to in this text represents the inevitable workings of the law of cause and effect. Fox stresses that when you indulge in negative thinking, you will inevitably experience its consequences in your mind, in your body, in your affairs. You know, all of us have had the experience of being so darn angry we can't even think straight, right? And part of that is the amygdala gets triggered in the back of our base of our neck, and that sucker, that's going to control things for a while because that is sending out lots of signals. And to let go of that anger, you have to the body has to let go of it as well, not just the mind. And the altar within, the altar represents the sacred divine center of our own minds. And bringing our gift signifies entering a state of prayer, meditation, or communion with God. So he's saying, if you've come to the altar with your gift and you have something against someone else, whether it's yourself or another person, set that gift down and get that stuff straightened out within yourself before you can have any deep sense of the power of love that is at the truth of our being. And then he's saying you cannot experience true spiritual alignment while holding grievances against a brother. This is the necessity of reconciliation. If you are harboring a grievance, guess what? Our consciousness is closed to truth. We must clear our mind of bitterness. Going to reconcile symbolizes the inner work of forgiving others and clearing our own consciousness of judgment and condemnation before we can connect with the divine. Because when we're so busy focusing on these really powerful emotions that, take us down a hole, you can't go down the hole of love, connection, harmony. You're down the other hole. So metaphysically, fighting an outer condition or another person gives that negativity power. Fox teaches that you must let go of the quarrel, forgive, and change your own consciousness. That's what this a big piece of what the Sermon on the Mount is talking about. So what does this look like to us? Well, I have two examples. So one is an 8 and 10-year-old who decided to have a little lemonade stand, and they're out in their front yard with all their goodies at their table, and they're making some money, and mom goes in to get something out of the house. And while she's gone, some dude pulls up in a Toyota, jumps out of his car, asks them for a glass of lemonade, and while they're busy getting that, he grabs their money jar, which has about $40 in it, and jumps in his car and tears off. Well, the kids were scared, distressed, angry, and go running in the house in tears. And, the mom sits with them, talks to them, and she calls the police. And the police come, and then she decides, after all the excitement, that, and she had a video of it because she has one of those things on her door, the camera on the door. So she posts on social media that had happened. And then she sits down with the kids. She doesn't want their sense of life, an overriding sense, to be, it's unfair, they can't try new things, all the stuff that goes along with that. And so she invites the kids to forgive the man, and that when they're ready, we'll have another lemonade stand. So in a couple days, they have another lemonade stand, and this thing has gone viral on, I'm not sure if it's on YouTube or what, but it's gone viral. And so, you know how many people showed up to support these kids? 650 people showed up. Policemen, firemen, motorcycle, what do you call those? Gangs, motorcycle gangs. All these people showed up in a way to support these kids and say, love is bigger than this other thing that you experienced. And what an amazing experience, right? And those children had the opportunity with their mother to choose forgiveness of that man. And so when we choose to stop feeling bitter and angry, we open the door for the goodness to move in, because that's the law. That's the way things work. And then, not only that, then they got letters and cards of encouragement and donations in the mail from all across the United States. This is what forgiveness and choosing to move from fear to a stand in love looks like. The negative emotions released and lots of room for positive to flow in. And boy, did it. And all of us have had some level of this experience in our own lives. We can draw power from the divine fresh each day. Even if we're really pissed off, we can say, okay, divine, I want to let go of this. I'm having a hard time. I need some help. The love is right here in the midst of us. We can turn back to the truth of who we are, and in that is our superpower, and we receive new life. So my second story isn't about forgiveness. It shows what living in right relationship enables, which is always an outpouring of love. We had this big time yesterday. We had, I don't know how many women we had, maybe 42 women show up to gather, to eat, to play, to meditate, to have an amazing time together. And the love was just, just amazing. So that's an example of this right relationship thing I'm talking about, the power of understanding that's being expressed with that kind of way. So I don't know about you, but I'm having to slap myself around regularly when I look at the war, the killing, I look at the destruction of parts of our beautiful earth, and I go to ugly thoughts. And I know if I simmer in that is not going to take me anywhere I want to get. But if I choose peace instead of anger, then I am creating that for which I long. So here's this other second story. There was in April 2026, there was an 8-year-old named Magdalene who had a new neighbor move in next to her who was a young man who loved to sing. And he would go, and there was a fence between their yards. He would go in his backyard and play music. So she decided she wanted to communicate with him, so instead of just walking over there, she wrote it on a piece of paper and made a paper airplane and sent it over the fence. And her request was, well, since you're singing, would you sing Taylor Swift's song, Love Story? So he thought, well, why not, right? So he learned out how to do that and was playing that in the backyard. And then he started playing it, and the daughter in her yard started singing. The mother thought, this is so cool. She got her phone and took a video of it and posted it. And you know who that got to? Taylor Swift's community. So Taylor Swift learned about it, and she thought, well, this is a beautiful story. It touched her heart. She sent that guy an autographed guitar. I didn't even know there were such a thing. And a letter, and then she sent a second one for Madeline. And let me read what Madeline's letter said to you. Swift told Madeline that her note and song request brought the biggest smile to my face, and I sent the guitar in case you ever want to learn too. So this isn't a one-time action for Swift. She consistently gives quietly and powerfully. When she is on tour, every city gets a huge donation to their food bank. And then I saw another post by a different family. She's not posting these things. There was a family with a child dealing with brain cancer that had a GoFundMe, and she put $100,000 in that GoFundMe. So I can't tell you what she's thinking, but I can tell you what I know. Where you put your energy expands. She is putting her energy in the zone of love, not in disempowering thoughts. Love, love, love. Just expanding, lives touched, hearts opening. And that's really the invitation to all of us in this beautiful, all the beautiful texts. There's 2 chapters of Sermon on the Mount writings. So to close, I want to remind us of the story about Death Valley. This is the truth of your and my heart. There is always divine love ready to pour out into a situation, into our thought processes, into our very lives. I behold the Christ in you. I behold the truth of you. May we scatter love like confetti wherever we are. And so it is. And now we're getting some flute music. Ooh.
As Mary Curley likes to say, we are blessed with a plethora of talent here at the church. And we're so glad to have Catherine Birch here to play us into our meditation.
So let's prepare to go into a time of meditation. Let's take a nice deep breath, release it. While doing that, let our shoulders drop. Let our mind relax. And as we think of that beautiful music, we're just going to take a deep dive into our heart space and asking ourselves the questions, are there thoughts that we need to release? Any grievances, anger, bitterness, regret? Jesus invites us to choose forgiveness. To rest not in all these egoic thoughts, but to rest in the love we are. And if you take a peek and you don't think you have any things you need to release, I'm going to invite you simply to rest and listen for Spirit's voice as we take a few moments of silence. And I invite you as you come back, if you've done some releasing, or if you've now become aware of some releasing that needs a little more time, we can always turn to this infinite well of unconditional love that is the truth of who we are and out of which our whole being springs. Take another deep breath into that love. And as you are ready, come back to this room. And as we open our eyes, we let the love pour forth from the depths of our being into our lives, into this space, and into our world. And so it is. And here come our beautiful ushers and gushers. So I invite you to hold in your hands your offering, or hold it in your consciousness as we say our blessing. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God, for the joy of giving and receiving. More wonderful music.
They say this mountain can't be moved. They say these chains will never break. But they don't know you like we do. There is power in your name. We've heard that there is no way through. We heard the tide would never change. They haven't seen what you can do. There is power in your name. So much power in your name. Move the unmovable, break the unbreakable. God, we believe. God, we believe for it. From the impossible, we'll see a miracle. God, we believe. God, we believe for it. Yeah. We know that hope is never lost, for there is still an empty grave. God, we believe no matter what, there is power in your name. So much power in your name. Move the unmovable, break the unbreakable. God, we believe. God, we believe for it. From the impossible, we'll see a miracle. God, we believe. God, we believe for it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Woo. You are the way when there seems to be no way. We trust in you, God, you have the final say. You are the way when there seems to be no way. We trust in you, God, you have the final say. The final say. Move the immovable, break the unbreakable. God, we believe. God, we believe for it. From the impossible, we'll see a miracle. God, we believe. God, we believe for it. Move the immovable, break the unbreakable. God, we believe. God, we believe for it. From the impossible, we'll see a miracle. God, we believe. God, we believe for it.
Woo! So let's bless our offerings. We recognize the gift and the giver are one. We recognize that we are sending these out with the energy of connection and power, of strength and love, of knowing that this makes a difference in our world. And so it is. And let's see. So we want to thank folks who have helped make this possible today. So we start with Safari and Marcy, our greeters who were at the front door, who are now our counters, our greeters who were handing out bulletins, our fellowship team. We've got Dan and Jody here, and we've had Zita joining our fabulous music team. We had Julie sharing. We bless all these people as the children come in.
And Kathy and the flute.
And Kathy and the flute, absolutely, thank you. And I forgot to ask the prayer chaplains to stand. So here's your opportunity to have a blessing in your life as you meet with one of them at the end of service. Thank you.
Walking in the light of God. We are 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 walking
everyone. I think that I was excited to show you what she was working on today. And then Natalie. And Natalie joined us for the first time, and she made a really cool hat. So we had 3 today with baby Isabella. It was a joy to have them. We were able to go outside. We picked a cucumber and got to cut it up and eat it. So that was really exciting. And the power of understanding is helping us understand to be compassionate and to learn from nature how to be compassionate. So we spent some time outside playing. We did the labyrinth, and then we came in and did some free craft time. Thank you.
Bless our children, teachers, and all the others. Friends, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ you are, and we see you doing amazing things. And let's stand for our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.